a rather disturbing development, and fire has erupted at a Chinese warehouse in LATERBIOKOSHIE vicinity near Radio Gold in Accra, according to the Ghana National Fire Service. In a Facebook post on Tuesday, September 9, 2025, the service said the blaze broke out in the afternoon, prompting an immediate response from the fire department. The Ghana National Fire Service said the fire is currently under control and being prevented to spreading to adjoining buildings. The warehouse is set to be occupied with combustible materials. The Ghana National Fire Service confirmed that 6 fire tenders have been dispatched promptly to quench the fire, although officials' casualty figures are not yet available. Early indications suggest that there were no injuries reported. The cause of the fire is not yet known. The Ghana National Fire Service entreated residents and neighbors to stay away from the scene, as the fumes emanating from the fire is harmful to human health. My colleague Eben was at the scene and interacted with the fire officers and that of the residents or eyewitnesses around.
At around 5:40 p.m. this evening, we had this call that there is a fire affecting a warehouse at LATERBIOKOSHIE around the Salvation Army area. So quickly, we had to dispatch the nearest fire engine here. We dispatched 2 at a go. So when they came, it was obvious that the fire had already gotten out of hand, and therefore they were also faced with some accessibility issues. As you can see, behind me and even in front of me, we have about 3 fire engines plus a water tanker. If you go to the other side, we have 2 fire engines plus a water tanker, making 5 fire engines and 2 water tankers, all geared towards tactically containing this fire involved in this warehouse. So the strategy was to be able to protect the adjoining structure since the fire had already gotten out of hand. And what is actually hampering our firefighting effort is the high winds that we are experiencing from the sea. What is now hampering our effort is the high wind that we are having. I mean, it is blowing from the sea. This place is closer to the sea. And today, we don't know what is happening, that we are experiencing a lot of wind. And that is actually not helping us to be able to, as it were, if it were not to be the wind, by now we would have been able to check the spread of the fire and to bring the situation under control. But because of the high fuel levels that has been stocked in the warehouse, as you even extinguish the top fires, the down unburnt materials begin to also combust, and the wind also playing or spreading the fire is making our efforts quite Herculean. But trust us, with the availability of chemical foam compound and then the strategy that we have deployed, if you can see, even in this lane, that is the frontage, we have 3 fire engines plus a water tanker. On the other lane, we also have 3 fire engines and a water tanker. We have over 50 firefighters around who are helping us to be able to bring the situation under control. So within the next 2 hours, if the situation should remain the way we are seeing, we should be...
It's a Chinese warehouse that they are dealing in these rubber sleepers and so on. I think they said one of the Chinese man smoking cigarettes, piece of the cigarette that triggered our fire. So we are here to see the situation.